privileged to be with the most distinguished personality when it comes to Yoruba and Yorubaland, and this is the 15th Aare Ona Kakanfo of Yorubaland. We are pleased to meet you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
All right, the world is waiting to meet you. Can you please introduce yourself to us?
Well, my name is Iba Gani Abiodun Ige Adams, the 15th Aare Ona Kakanfo of Yorubaland.
All right, sir. As the Aare Ona Kakanfo of Yorubaland, how will you describe your journey of leadership and service to the land of Yoruba?
Well, when you are asking question about my leadership, it will be tied with my autobiography. Let me just break it. I was born in 1970, April 30th. I attended many primary school due to the nature of the job of my father, a transporter. Primary children's school in Utripo, St. Thomas Primary School in the Irushu Akoko, and last Municipal Primary School. Now Adeniji Primary School in Obeleodon, Lawance Surulere. I went to Surulere Secondary School. Now Surulere Grammar School. We have during the Jakonde time we have Surulere Secondary School, which is school 2. We have Surulere Grammar School, which is school 1. And I went to International Aviation School in Tema to study tourism management. And Lagos State University, I studied history and international relations. As diploma and political science, as degree in Lagos State University. I'm a freedom fighter. I started my struggle in 1993 through campaign for democracy under the leadership of Dr. Bell Corazon Kuti. We later founded the Odua Youth Movement in April 1994 and the Odua People's Congress in August 29, 1994. I am a businessman. You can call me political activist. And I'm a cultural in the Twazi. We have another group called Local Festival Foundation that we founded 2002, which has the function of promoting Yoruba culture, and now is promoting up to 22 festivals in a year, which is another organization apart from Odua People's Congress. We later founded Odua Progressive Union in diaspora about 15 years ago. And we have a structure in 104 countries now. The Odua People's Congress is basically an organization for the Yoruba people in diaspora, and it's purely pan-Yoruba groups and social-cultural groups. We founded another group called the Yoruba One Voice in diaspora too, with 25 organizations came together to form a coalition on the basis of movement on the issue of Yorubaland. So I think let me stop there.
Okay, so let's ask how you balance your traditional responsibility with your advocacy for cultural presentation and natural development.
Well, traditional responsibility as the Aare Ona Kakanfo of Yorubaland, which I was installed to that position, that was 2018. Is familiar with freedom fighter. The history of Aare Ona Kakanfo is to defend the territorial integrity of the Yoruba people during the time of Oyo Empire. It's just like a traditional chief of defense staff of the Oyo Empire. So being Aare Kakanfo, as someone who have the background of political, socio-cultural activist, work together because just like you have been upgraded on what you have been doing. They give you more responsibility and the honor on what you have been doing. So it was so easy to continue on the struggle, but we have to moderate it when we became Aare Kakanfo because you can't act like the way you started as an activist based on the office of the Aare Kakanfo. It's an institution and you have to choose your word, you have to guide your word. And a lot of things you have been doing before you have been given that position, you have to reduce it because it's an institution owned by the entire Yoruba people. So giving you that position, certain angle of position in the public, you will refrain for it. And there's limit. You have to respond to the issues because of that office. But basically, you have to defend the interests of the Yoruba people because that's one of your responsibilities as they do call it Generalissimum or Field Marshal of Yorubaland.
Can we talk about the state of the nation? How will you assess the current state of the Yoruba nation, Yoruba in terms of unity, development, culture, by your perspective?
Well, I think let us pick it from the top, not from the bottom. The problem we have in Nigeria as a nation incidentally affects Yoruba nation. You know, you could be able to coordinate yourself very well if the central government give you a certain level of autonomy. If they allow zonal or regional government, you will be able to coordinate yourself as Yoruba people. And the constitution given to us, or the constitution our political leader agree with in 1960 and 1963 from the colonial masters was as a result of agreeing on federating units, which is federalism, that every region must develop at their own pace. And when you see what our former political leaders, our forefathers, we can talk of Chief Obafemi Awolowo in 1952 to 1959, what they achieved during the Western region. And even Premier Chief Aare Akintola from 1960 to 1966, you will see that we have a very good and proper coordination within our region. We have a very good identity as a Yoruba people. And even though as a region, you meet at the central, which is Lagos by then, without allowing federating unit to enshrine in our constitution, it will be very difficult for Yoruba people to coordinate themselves very well. The constitution of 1963 to 1966 have been tampered with by the military government that took over in January 15, 1966. And they now gave us a unitary constitution, which bring us to statism, not even full statism. in the exclusive list by then. The content in exclusive list, sorry, was about 45. But by now, you will realize that the content in exclusive list is 68. The previous government, as the government was coming, they were increasing the content. They are taking away from the residual and concurrent, which is the local government and the state, and pulling into the central government in exclusive list. That now reduces us from the surface bearing federal government, federal system of government to unitary. And it affected many regions, many zones, even the Niger Delta, even the Southeast, even the Middle Belters, even the Northwest and the Northeast. And it couldn't allow an healthy competition, development competition within the region. So the state government was doing their own projects in different ways. There is no coordinated efforts from the regional development. And that draws us back as a nation. And that affected the entire Yoruba people. Ekiti will say, this is Ekiti agenda. Ondo will say, this is Ondo agenda. Oyo will say, this is Oyo agenda. And Lagos will say, Gidigbi Lekowa. So that affects our unity, cohesion as a race. And you should know that Yoruba is a very great race. We have a structure beyond Yorubaland. About 45% of the Benin Republic, they are Yorubas. We have about 15 to 20% of the Togolese, they are Yorubas. In Ghana, part of between the Aflao, the border community of Togo and Ghana to Accra, majority of them they are Yorubas. They migrated from Ile-Ife. So, and we are talking of our people that was taken away from us through slave trade in Caribbean countries, South American and North Americans, which we supposed to coordinate together and bring them to one central pool, even though they are not Nigerians, to reflect on common interests. Yoruba people could have been like 300 million people if we have our own region. By then you can see the level of potential that we have as a race. If we have a region that we can coordinate our people from diaspora, not our people that left Nigeria for greener pastures. We are talking of the people that was taken away from us, even 14th century, 16th century, till 18th century, to the stage of abolition of slave trade. So, assuming we have a region, within 10 years, we have a great, more potential Yoruba race than what we have within the context of Nigeria on unitary system of government. So that affects the progress of the Yoruba people. And that was one of the reasons that part of our agitation that we always agitate is through federalism. And Nigeria must be restructured, not only on the basis of we as Yoruba people, even the Northerners. They have their brothers and sisters in Chad, in Niger, and some of them in Cameroon. And in the Niger Deltas, they have their brothers and sisters in Cameroon too. Equatorial Guinea, the Igbos, some Igbos are in Equatorial Guinea. And there is no country in the world that you will not see Igbo sons and daughters. And they are doing well. If they have their regions, I believe some of the Igbo products can bring most of the technology that they have the knowledge about in the country they are residing there. So running away from true federalism is one of the things that impede the progress of Nigeria. If we don't go back to true federalism, I don't think that Nigeria can move forward. And that was one of the reasons why having security threats, security challenge. Because when you have a region, the structure of the police will follow with your structure of political regional structure. You have the regional police, state police, and local government police. Not what we have now, only Nigerian police, controlled by federal government. Federal government created civil defense, controlled by them. They have DSS, controlled by them. Forest guard, controlled by them. Now they have another security for the solid mineral mining, controlled by them. You control the army, you control the navy, you control the police, you control the custom, you control the immigration. Are we talking only about federal government? There are three structures of government. Three structures of government: federal, state, and local government. And those three principles in the three structures were voted for. The president was voted for. People exercise their franchise to vote for them. The same thing governor. They have their deputy that have immunity. The chairman of local government was voted for. Why can't you allow them to have their own security to police their environment? And every governance is local. The issue of security, the security threat comes from the local government. Okay, 3 days ago, we heard that the Zamfara people agree with terrorists for reconciliation. And the people of that community, because they can't farm again, the terrorists have taken over their farm and their community. They went to go and negotiate with them on the basis of having peace and reconciliation with the terrorists. And the terrorist was the one that agreed with them. At the end of the day, the terrorists kidnapped those people that came to come and negotiate for the communities. You know what the local government chairman said? He said government did not have hands, did not agree with them to go and negotiate with terrorists. That the state government did not give the order. So the effect of not going back to true federalism is costing this country a lot. The political players, maybe because they have their own way of surviving, they couldn't think of the future of this country. Well, we have our own children. Not every one of us have resources to take our children, to send our children to abroad. And the issue of threats, nightlife have been taken away from us because there's no effective policing. Security threat everywhere. Last week in Lagos here, about 8 to 10 bandits was arrested in Bejuleki. And I do give them information that they have infiltrators in Lagos. They are just looking for a way to strike. What we are witnessing in Oyo, Ondo, Ekiti, is a shy play to what will happen here if we don't work against these people. And as the Aare of Yorubaland, that could have partnered with them or collaborate with them based on the structure of the organization I have in my disposal, apart from OPC, Southwest Security Stakeholder Group, that could assist them. They were running away. They were running away from the collaboration. And I can tell you authoritatively, the pressure they are giving to me sometimes is beyond what they are giving to a governor. Because people know history, that in terms of defense, Aare has a role to play in Yorubaland. And I'm not running away from that role. Even on the basis of risk. to me as an individual and the members of the organization. We are ready. But the authorities, Southwest governors, based on their own mindset, I don't know, they were running away from this collaboration. And I don't have the option to tell the whole world. I've written a letter to them 2 years ago that there is need for collaboration. I've written a reminder about 2 weeks ago to them. So when you are talking of the future and the progress of the Yoruba people, I will not call it Yoruba nation. When you call it Yoruba nation, they always have fear, maybe you are promoting secessionist agenda. But there is no way Nigeria can move forward, Yoruba can move forward, without going back to the basis. The way we got our independence in 1960, and the Republic Constitution, they call it Republic Constitution, 1963 Constitution. Day by day, they were trying to reduce federalism to statism. And a country of about 250 million population, there is no way you can run it in a structure of statism and have development. The only country you can run with statism or unitary system of government is a country that have a population less than 10 million people. And the ethnic nationalities of that country is not up to 10. Not talking of Nigeria that have about 250 ethnic nationalities. So our political class are getting it so wrong every day. Now they were deceiving us. We do something about state police. The National Assembly, you do something. Why are you deceiving? Day by day, collateral damages is happening in this country. People are being killed, people are being mailed. People are being killed, people are being mailed every day. And negative news is coming out from this country. Not everybody in international community knows the governor of the state, knows the chairman of the local government. Everything burns on the image of the presidency. The presidency should know that. What happened in Oyo State? That 47 people, 46 people was abducted. One was killed in the process. Few people in United Nations know Seyi Makinde as a governor. Few people in international community knows Seyi Makinde as a governor. What is in their head is the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you don't do the right thing at the right time, it's good for you to pray to become a president. But when you are leaving that position, it's better you pray you don't have your image being destroyed after leaving that position. You can be a president. But if your image being destroyed, you now regret, what? Why did I go and contest to be a president? Yoruba will tell you that it lays some to you, Oyelo. So we are appealing to him to do the right thing, especially the issue of restructuring and the issue of decentralizing Nigerian policing.
All right, honestly, and I really want to say thank you so much for doing justice to that. It's just really as if you look through my questions and you have actually diversified and make it simple for us. And really, this is touchy, and I believe that this message will really get to where it's needed for immediate action and for collaboration. And on this note, I'm going to ask you, how do you believe in intelligence gathering and how we could use this to deploy the combat kidnapping, armed robbery, and other crimes?
Well, you can have effective intelligence gathering if you allow the native to police their communities. On the basis of state police can have their own community police under the structure of state police. If you don't want to do it like that, the local government can have their community police. They are getting enough fun now. There is no local government in Nigeria that always got nothing less than allocation of 450 million naira. There's no local government in Nigeria now. 450 million. We have some local government in Lagos, 2 billion. In Lagos, 2 billion. So it's easy for the local government to even finance their community police. Not community police, Nigerian police was like saying for informant. That's ordinary informant. The security threat in Nigeria has gone beyond informants. The structure of police. It's either state police, we have a department of community police within state police, or you allow state police and local government police. And the most important aspect of it is local government police, which everything that happens in Nigeria starts from local. When it now happens, they say it's Nigeria. It happened in one community under local government. So definitely, the state police and the local government will generate a very good intelligence gathering, because if they have the information, if they don't disseminate that information to the authority, it's on their own peril. We will fall on them, because who knows who will be the culprit? Who knows who will be the victim of that ugly incident? Did he or she know? Maybe he will bounce on his family or her family. So definitely, he will disseminate that information to the authority immediately when he got the information. But when we got an information, when they gave Nigerian police information, the criminal will come to their compound or to their house to come and attack them the next day. But if the native police or state police who belong to that community, they could able to save the name of the people who give them the information, or the person who give them the information, because they won't do anything that will affect people of their community or people of their state. So the advantage of having state police cannot be quantified. We have many countries. In South Africa, a good example, apart from having state police, federal police, they have state police, federal police in South Africa. They allow about 2,500 private securities. They incorporate it to the government security architecture. So they now gave this private security company, private security group, to police most of their multinational organizations. In South Africa, go and Google it. That was how South Africa reduced crime. Apart from xenophobia in South Africa, which we know that some of their police sympathize with their people doing that. But talking of crime, they reduce the crime with different structure of policing. I think they will have province police too. They have federal, state. I think they will have province police too. And all private security groups. They incorporate it. And they gave them job to police to secure their multinational company, organization. In Brazil, Brazil has a population of about 220 million people. They run state police in Brazil and federal police. In United States of America, the population of United States of America is about 340 million people now. They have FBI, federal police, they have state police, they have county police, they have CIA. Even in the UK, with population less than 70 million people, They have a metropolitan police. Metropolitan is just like a local government police. Metropolitan police. India have state police. Many countries that will not have state police, they will have local government police, federal and local government. In US, there is a multi-structure of police. The higher institution have their police. The train station have their police. In most of the countries. So when are we running away from state police because of politics? They, they politicize everything that happened to them, and they are destroying this country every day. Why are you creating mining policing? Why are you creating it? Civil defense can do that. The money you are using to go and create more police, even forest guard, it should have been a job of the state police. A forest guard department should be under the state police because the land is between the states. Why are you acquiring land that is not useful to you in federal level? And that damage was done in 1979. Land use decree. All the resources that are supposed to be for the state and the community was taken away by land use decrees in 1979. It now puts some of the state and community in abject poverty. Do you know the reasons that from Mile 2 to Badagry is not developing? That place could have been even beautiful than Lagos Island now. Because federal government acquired that land from Festac to Badagry. It's acquired. Why? Why do you acquire it? For what? And many land like that. And they were selling this land. It's being sold by them to empower themselves, to even amass unnecessary wealth that some of them will not spend before living this life. So a lot of things is wrong
Okay, let
with
me
our
take
system.
you to mentioning all of these NSCDC and all that. We have the Nigerian Forest Security Service, NFSS, and do you have an intention of collaborating with them in terms of
I won't
security?
collaborate with the Nigerian Forest Security. Why? A whole area on I will collaborate with the state government. When you say when you said you want to collaborate with the security agents without the support of the governor, they will frustrate you. They will frustrate you. When we went for a meeting for Badu, the first meeting, the acting commissioner of police gave me the receipt. The second meeting, the way he talked to me, I just said, look, the third meeting I will not be here again. I will delegate our leader to come and hold meeting with you. You know how Nigerian security, when you are close to them, they don't respect you anymore. And not by this institution, a whole area on Okakamfo, being put under the forest guard. Oh. So if you want me to work, to do my job very well, definitely with the state government, I can work with security advisors of the state government. I'm not saying that I should be in touch with the government every time. Security advisor, and even work with the local government chairman, not by hanging me with the security agencies that will be seeing me as informant, that will be putting us in the place that you will succeed. Because almost virtually all our security agency structure have been infiltrated. They will push you in one place and ask the terrorists to come and kill you. So we have to be very careful. You know what happened to the Brigadier General in Borno State that was calling the cantonment in Borno that they should bring a cutter to come and pick him. And those people he was calling, called the bandits or the terrorists, that is there, go and kill him. And they kill him. A brave soldier. So a lot have happened. We know what happened in Zamfara. That the head of the army cantonment there withdraw the army for terrorists to come in to kidnap almost 60 children. That brought tension to the country by then. So we have to be very careful. Even though you want to collaborate with the states. If the governor will liaise you with security advisors and the head of security in the cabinet and some commissioners and the local government, by then you will open your mind. Those people will now brought the security agencies to work together. Thank you.
All right, this had been a beautiful time with our own His Excellency, the Aare for the 15th Aare for of Yorubaland, Iba, Gani Adams. Thank you so much for your time here with us on societal concerns. And we believe the next time we keep calling, you will want to grant us.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.